I probably shouldn't play this yet. Oh no! My Nexus health. Oh, it's at 2 now. Oh, but Mystic Shot deals 2 damage. Oh, gosh darn it. Nexus health goes to 0. Don't let your... Wait, this says don't let. I'm not supposed to let my... God, how do I stop Mystic Shot? Don't let your opponent reduce your Nexus health to 0. Let's search. Let's think. Don't let your opponent reduce your Nexus health to 0. Do we have any cards in our deck that could help with that? Here, let's try Salvage. Okay, okay, this helps. This is good. This is good. Okay. So we're down to 1 now. We're down to 1. We got the other rummage. Very good. Very good. So we can rummage now. Blue card. That's really good. Okay, we got the mushroom. So don't let your opponent reduce your Nexus health to 0. Wait. No. I didn't let my opponent reduce my Nexus health to 0. I reduced it to 0. Defeat? What? Sedge Teemo will be really good now, I think. Yeah, Sedge Teemo is interesting. It's not bad. So we've played the mirror before. I think Fury of the North is actually a keep in the mirror. You'll see why in a bit. Interesting. I don't think there's a single other matchup I would keep this card in. So, as always in the mirror, you want to be respecting your own deck. I mean, you assume it's card for card here. Oh, wow. Okay. So yeah, I mean, he always passes there. It's like Snap Starlet or Snap Fizz or like Float and Pass. The pause means it's Double Trouble. Double Trouble versus Starlet. Interesting. He could attack here if he had Parlay. The fact that he didn't attack should say he doesn't have Parlay. I think that should mean that for sure. I can attack here. He can't have Fizz. He has no good counter to Fury of the North. He might go in with pick a card here. I feel great. This is a sweet attack. There's no counter this entire deck could possibly have for Fury of the North. There's no way he can either kill mine or keep his alive. Well, he could keep his alive with his own Fury. That would be the one thing he could do, I mean. But apart from using his own Fury, he wouldn't do that. And most people wouldn't know to keep Fury in the mirror. In fact, nobody would know that. Okay, he's got Fury. So, we need to make it rain before he plays Fizz. Luckily for me, he shouldn't have Fizz. If he's like a Megamind, okay, if this guy is a true genius, if you assume optimal level of play, where you know exactly how the mirror plays out, like game theory optimal, if his opening hand was Starlet, Fury, Fizz, he actually shouldn't have played Fizz. He should have done it exactly like this. But nobody would do that though. Like even I wouldn't do that. That's really Megamind shit. Yeah, he's just on the double Starless here draw. So we're kind of basically fucked. He drew more Seers than us. Go next? It's kind of like a go next sort of situation. I mean, wah. No elixir. Wait, no elixir, no pocket aces. We could be okay. And no make it rain on his side either. I think he should think about make it raining there. Wow. Oh, wow. Would you ever not make it rain there? I fucking would. You can't not make it rain there. So I want to Pilfered Good now, but it is really bad if his card is Make It Rain. There's no way he could be on Make It Rain. There's no way he wouldn't have used it there. I will literally lose the game if his card is Make It Rain. Pilfered Goods? Yeah, what did I say? This card. Oh! Please no, please no, please no. Don't do it. Come on, man. I like this. Whew. We're good. We're good. So now we dodge the Make It Rain top deck. We've got our Fizz, so we're protected from Make It Rain, because Fizz will always fizzle it. I love Fizz. This is just a great card. This Fizz, Fiora, and Twisted Fate are probably my 3 favorite champions in the game. I don't know how I would order those, but I really love the Build Better champions. I love Bilgewater. It's like, Bilgewater might actually be my favorite region. It's just really cool.
An auspicious season.
Holy shit! Who is this guy? Okay, this game just got really hard. Fuck. I need to pick a card when I can maybe cast Battle Fury off of it. It's just gotta be the Salvage here. If he's got Parlay, he can't have Parlay. There's no possible... He could have hit it off the Salvage. But he got the Seer off. The Parlay would have to be the other card off of his Salvage. It is a 3 of.
This would be a good winter.
Oh my fucking god. From the top! Who is this guy?
An auspicious season.
So you can see he drew it off the Salvage because he played it off the left side. His draw off of Salvage was actually Seer Parlay. Third Seer Parlay. I've never seen anything like it. A Magnus Carlsen of LOR? What the fuck? This is literally a fucking Yugi. Actual plot armor? We can't win! He's gonna will 3 different cards into his existence next turn. I think I'm more likely to need pick a card than Salvage here. I think I'll actually never need Salvage here with 2 pick a cards. So we're open to Battle Fury, which is really important. We've pick a carded when we have enough mana banked for Battle Fury. And our 2 have Battle Furies on a 4-card draw. That's not bad. That's not bad. But Swim, your deck has no pathetic cards. But that's the problem. It's his deck too. So he pick a carded. If he drew Fizz, I need to open attack so that he can't block it. And it's pretty likely he did draw Fizz, which means we have to play one of the burst speed cards. And the one we know we're gonna use for sure is pick a card on entry. No, it's actually more likely we'll use Salvage here. You kind of want to be picking a card on defensive turns so you can get the draw on an offensive turn, I think. Animation, please. No, not like this. My rope, my rope. My rope! Stop! Good. I had to skip the pocket aces. That animation was too long, guys. That's fine. I didn't need that 2 damage anyway. Or the Chum the Waters.
An auspicious season.
Burned by the Battle Fury? Yeah, I didn't need those Battle Furies, guys. It's totally fine. This is some whack RNG. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, this guy pick a cards into double pocket aces and Fizz. He pick a cards into double pocket aces, Fizz at 12, and I toss my double Battle Fury off of Salvage on the same turn. What on earth? What? I think I just want to keep my options open. Okay, he lost his Battle Fury as well, which is alright.
This would be a good winter.
His hand is short. Got a block with Fizz, I think. There should just be no way around that. Trickster? Yeah, I'm fine with Trickster. I don't think Trickster matters that much here. Battle Fury incoming. He'd have to have his second Battle Fury after discarding one of them. Okay. Sure. Is that... What is that really doing though? It's just stalling? Yeah, I mean, we're just chilling.
An auspicious season.
Is there a punish to pick a card? What could he do at 5 mana that would mess me up here? Not much. Not much. He's just like threatening a little bit of damage. Yeah, we'll chill. Wait to see. His attack could actually potentially change some things. I don't mind burning a card. So we don't have any Battle Furies left in our deck. Entreat and Seer. We'll do a burst pass. A lot of players just pass back here. Double Trouble? What is that? No, it's not Double Trouble. That's ambitious. I mean, I'm thinking about doing something equally ambitious though, I guess. Like, you know, oh god. He only has a 2-card hand. One of his cards is Parlay. Brittle Steel. He'd have to Brittle Steel this to stop the Make It Rain. Make It Rain can allow me to kill one of the Seers. That's really important. So I think I mean, he's on 2 Brittle Steels, right? He hasn't tossed any of them. He's used one of them and hasn't tossed the other. Ah, whatever. It's sort of interesting. The fact that he played the first Make It Rain implies he doesn't know the interaction with it and Fizz. So he might actually not fizzle this. Wah. Yeah, that's fine. We basically stopped him from drawing off of that, which is really, really, really huge.
This will be a good winter.
I'm perfectly happy with that exchange. So now I need to play another card, because my card got fizzled, which means it didn't fizzle his card. What's the punish? Oh god. It's like Fury of the North. If his card is Fury of the North, then I can sometimes lose by going in on this. That's the one card he could have. That's the one card he could have that sort of fucks me here. I mean, I'd just play the other Fizz and I'd have the blocker next turn. Oh yeah, I guess Elixir of Iron kind of fucks me too. I don't really think about that enough. Yeah, that's fine. See, this is great. We forced both of his shared spoils. That was readable, by the way. I should have read that his hand had at least 1 shared spoils in it. That was very, very readable. I just didn't. But we forced both shared spoils in situations where they didn't allow him to draw cards when his hand is starved. You have to think about resources in every game with diminishing return, right? It's like, you know, Nexus health has diminishing returns, which is why at the start of the game health is a resource when it's high, and near the end you need to be playing more protective of it. And the same is true with cards in hand. It's like if he had like a 7-card hand, I don't really mind letting him draw 2 or 3 cards, but with him being at a 0-card hand, you can like basically ruin the game for him by forcing him to use his draw spells when they don't draw him cards. And that's really, really big. Oh god, what's the scare card here? That attack is scary. I can't block that. I have to let it through. I mean, unless he drew the 3rd shared spoils and the plunder will go through off of that. It's a 99 Fizz. That would be a really big Fizz, but he can't have it. And it's not Entreat either. That's what he needs. He needs Entreat. Want to use the 2/2? There's just no reason for it. Like, you're letting him play a spell for no reason. I don't really need my health right now. The 2/2 could actually do something later. So this is Make It Rain? Oh, okay, Parlay. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, this is worth it. Whatever it... Okay, the Fizz on top of his deck was really, really, really big, though. Because he used all 3 shared spoils, which means that the only unit in his deck was Fizz. And if he drew Entreat or that Fizz, it would have been like 20 attack or something. That would have been really, really crazy. Nautilus Maokai Thresh. So it's just pretty standard deep deck. Thresh is like Panda's add-in. Get a decent hand.
Who goes there?
Mulliganing parlay. Yeah, I know it seems kind of weird, but you sort of have to mulligan parlay there. It's sort of funny. There's a lot of situations where I would actually just swing here. I don't think I can. At 2 mana, he can't really punish this. Wow.
These eyes see all.
Yep, looks good. I mean, he wouldn't block because he's just gonna lifesteal it anyway, right? Why am I attacking again? I guess it's free? There's no reason not to attack. But he shouldn't block. Well, Plunder. No. He has to play around Plunder. That's true. He has to block. Ah, so he can't just like do the lifesteal thing. Okay, he didn't play around Plunder. No punish PP hands. Man, that makes me sad.
Blessed by snow and stars.
Well, one Seer. We're a little slow on the Seer train with this hand. Got Fizz, we've got Parlay. These are decent additions. I don't really mind his health. I really need him to basically not have Abyssalize, is kind of the most important thing. We also got the Fizz a little too early. We don't want like a weak Fizz here. We want a strong, manly Fizz.
An auspicious
So
season.
now, I mean, he can take a pretty comfortable swing. At 3 mana, he can't really kill off the Starlit. So if I want to, I could trade with the Wanderer. I think I do want to do that. Feels like I have to. Puts me to 2 health on the Seer, which of course keeps me in safety ranges against like Vile Feast. Wow. And then, you know, there's the question, do you take this block at all? And I think you do. Put the card Fizz back into your deck. It's kind of funny to do that. It doesn't end up worth it here, unfortunately.
Oh boy, here I go.
We need to just play this a bit slower. We're gonna use the second Fizz to go off, basically. I don't think we need to do like a bursty, punchy thing, do we? I mean, I could just like Fury. That's a little aggressive. Like he's not even leveled yet. I think it's quite a bit more likely I'm gonna gain value out of something like the Salvage. He also doesn't really have a good block into my Fizz anyway. I could just open swing and not have a care in the world. There's a good chance his play is like Whale. If he Whales, his safety block wants to be... He wants to block Seer, or at least he should. Which means Seer should go on the left side. So yeah, I mean, Whale's the most common thing here. Whoa. Okay. I think this is totally good for me. I'm pretty happy with this. Looks neat. I mean, that's the kind of play you might make if you have like a Make It Rain that you're trying to enable, but that deck shouldn't run Make It Rain, right? Or am I missing something?
This would be a good win.
And yeah, so this deck plays very counterintuitive. The biggest thing to understand about this deck is that you want to use your draw cards later if possible, which is sort of backwards, because in a normal deck you would want to use your draw cards as proactively as possible. But here we kind of want to force exchanges so that we can use combat tricks for value and then draw our cards after that, so we're drawing bigger buffed cards. That's a very, very common thing for this deck to have to keep in mind. Here though, we'll salvage before Warning Shot in case we hit the other Seer, I think. I don't know. I mean, you could just like pass for Grasp. You are giving Grasp like some unique value here, but Fury is also a value card. He's overhealing. I wouldn't really hate to see a Grasp here. That's a card that is a bit scarier. We've got the perfect answer to it though in Chum of the Watchers. I mean, there's nothing really we're looking for off the salvage. I think this is actually the Make It Rain we're gonna want to do. There's actually a good chance we can kill this Abyssal Eye without having to use like a Fizz attack or a Chum. This allows him to put a skill on this attack. That's one of the things you have to keep in mind to Runeterra, that if I just submit, the attack goes through, right? And he doesn't get a chance to use any tricks or anything. That's a deck that doesn't run much of that kind of thing, though. I don't know. The one thing is, like, if you salvage, you have odds of hitting something like a Brittle Steel, which could stop him from drawing this card. And that kind of thing matters.
By snow and stars.
But it's just a little too inconsistent, I guess. So we're looking for probably a Fizz here would be ideal. We get Pocket Aces, wow. So we're going to 7 + 2 for 9. If we get Fizz off the top, we're actually good here. If he's running the Plunder package, that's great for us. That's not Plunder. I mean, that deck shouldn't run that package. But yeah, alas. You guys hear that? There's like a big truck outside, backing up. I mean, he's not jettison range. Yeah, he's 8 away. Garbage truck ASMR. Wait, it's leaving soon. I would close the window, but it's really hot right now. It just keeps going. Oh, man. Still no Fizz. I should probably Chum and try to threaten the Abyssal Eye. Would make the most sense. It's got enough attack that even if he goes into deep, the Chum feels pretty good there. And we have like anti-whale and anti-Vile Feastings in the form of Pocket Aces. I think our Fizz can probably one-shot this guy, actually. We can probably kill him from like 18 if we get him in the next like several draws. And we've got pick a card. So we'll pick a card on defense. We've got to survive one more turn. That makes the one-hit KO a little harder. It's 2 HP now. Oh shit! I forgot Longtooth with 2 HP now. You're right! Oh, that's so good! 4 away from deep. Yeah, I can't attack with Seer. Sorry, Seer. If he wasn't so close to deep, I could attack with Seer and threaten Fury. Which is quite nice. Dude, 2 health is OP. That's nuts. So yeah, I mean, he goes into deep, which doesn't... I mean, it stops him from taking the overwhelm damage, but we still get the exchange off. And then what we're gonna want is, I think, just pick a card, right? This deep thing is kind of scary. Maybe we need to Double Trouble. But he can't open attack, so we'll have Double Trouble on defense. Double Trouble plus Pocket Aces is a fearsome blocker that we need. We need to send something back. Wow. What's the best thing to send back here? Probably Parlay? I think this is the first time I've sent Parlay back. Usually Parlay ends up hitting pretty good value, but yeah, I mean, it's no good here. Doesn't really do much. And there's a lot of situations where sending back Pocket Aces is fine, because of course, I mean, you do want to be drawing it for 2 mana, but it's too valuable here as a potential fearsome blocker.
The Isles will bloom again.
So we've got our Fizz, and our Fizz is really, really big. Like, really quite massive. Like, I'm not one to, you know... I've got a big Fizz.
Blessed by snow and stars.
Warning Shot spoils. We want to do that later. We want to make our card bigger before doing that. I mean, we are going for the one-hit KO. Straight up. That's how we're trying to win this game. And Warning Shot wants to happen after combat 2, so that his lifesteal doesn't go through for as much value. The question is, can he skip this attack? This should be, from his perspective, this should be an attack he has a really hard time skipping. Man, this sucks. I don't know. We have 3 fleeting cards in hand. A good player would skip this attack if I passed. I guess I can just, like, make it rain. Does that lock me out of options? Next shot's probably better.
This would be a good winter.
And again, we don't want to Shade Spoils yet. We want to use it later. We don't really have any, like, units to play at slow speed for blockers here. We don't need a fearsome blocker because he didn't have Nautilus. So we chump this out. The Starlet, we've got 4 mana. I think we don't want to pick a card. Fizz. We're just going really big. We want a warning shot afterwards, though. We want to do everything after this attack. Literally everything. So we just submit this through. That's how we get maximum damage, because his lifesteal overheals him. 9. We're safe at 9. We're under, like, atrocity range. This has to be good. This has to be good. Keep Tracker alive. For, like, Abyssali. I mean, I'm usually playing Fizz this turn, right? The question is, do I need to pick a card? Because if so, then I can't play anything else. I think I do need to pick a card. Yeah, I think the options it gives me is too important.
An auspicious
So now I pick a card and get rid of, I think, Fury, because I will never have the mana to use Fury. Pocket Aces. And then, after the end of it all, we shared spoils. And this, of course, has a chance of getting us a Seer, because it's not the entry.
blessed by
So our Fizz is 17. Wait, why did I keep Battle Fury? I should keep track of how big my Fizz is. Like, again, I'm not one to, like, look, listen. Fuck. God damn, why did I keep Battle Fury? My Fizz is just good. I messed it up, dude. I thought, I got self-conscious about the size of my Fizz, and I was like, well, I've got to use, like, some, you know, enhancements. Oh, no. Oh, it's a disaster. This is just an absolute disaster. So yeah, I guess I just kind of swing my dick. Yeah, that's a big dick. A little too on the nose. Hello. What are you doing here? What the fuck? He's just dead. Don't Ezreal. No, we're good. We don't need to Ezreal here. We're just good, dude. He can't do anything. The fuck? I love this deck. Elise emote. I could Elise emote there. Yeah, that's an Elise. That's an Elise. You're right. Use an emote. I was just laughing too hard. I should have used an emote there. Oh man, fuck this deck. What do you mean fuck this deck? This deck is great. I love this deck, guys. Fuck this deck, you say. This is an amazing deck.